Hi there, you're watching Comic Book Black Belt. Welcome back to the dojo. Today I've got a bit of a different video as I'm going to make some comment. But while I'm rambling on, you can watch me digitally ink Black Panther. This is a drawing for Marvel for Draw the Marvel Way. Pretty self-explanatory really, so you can watch that while I'm making a few comments. I've been quiet on comicsgate. I don't actually like that word comicsgate, but background to this, from my perspective, I've just been sitting here working. I just get on and I draw and I work, and I stay out of the whole political stuff. Comicsgate started a long time before whatever the voices out there would say, 2010, 2014, whatever. It started when the big two forgot about kids comics or comics for kids and took everything into the direct market. That's where it all went wrong. As a child, I grew up reading Bronze Age and reprints of Silver Age stuff, and it helped me build a vocabulary. It fueled my imagination. It gave me the passion to draw and to read novels. It annoys me a lot when people put down comics as some kind of inferior medium. It's not. Anyway, that's where I believe it all started. That's where all the problems started. Whatever issues you may have, political now, whether you think people getting gender swapped or the heroes, getting gender swapped or put in diversity and whatever you want to call it. Comics have always been diverse, and the people that have read them have always been diverse. And yeah, for the most part, they've been a bit of a boys' thing, which is weird because according to the figures, girls read more. But it's a visual medium, and most guys are built visually. That's just the way it is. I'm not saying one should or should not happen, just saying that's really kind of the way it's been. And it's great to target more girls, it's great to target kids to get them into comics. And if I think that's what Marvel are trying to do at the moment, and that's great. But it seems, as with all these things, outside of editorial departments, that the bean counters are just interested in the beans. And they see a new market and they fly at it, and to hell with the old market. And that's pretty much what happened in the 90s, I think, and everybody left the kids market behind. Everybody left behind those fun comics that didn't speak down to kids. Reading those comics, and God, Stan Lee's cheesy scripts but they weren't all cheesy, and cheesy they might be, but they had a great vocabulary to them, and they taught me new words. They taught me to think about things. I went and looked stuff up in dictionaries because of what I learned there. I learned about mythology, like the Greek and Norse mythology. Anyway, that's the background to all this. So to say that I have been up to now completely neutral, and I'm not saying I'm coming out on either side, but what I am saying is that things have changed. I very much appreciate Peter Simeti and Alterna Comics. And that's saying it after I've been turned down for working for them. My work I believe my artwork was there, but the story didn't work for them, and that's okay. That's a great thing because he's being honest. And the stuff that they put out, and the fact that they're out on newsprint, making comics that are affordable for kids to go out and buy and consume, that is what comics should be about. Making it accessible to everyone. Marvel and maybe some of those people shouting against Comicsgate would say, well, that's what we're doing. We're making them accessible. Look, diversity, inclusion. And that in itself is brilliant. But it's, that term that's a cheesy cliche. Comics are for everyone. And there should be comics for everyone. And this constant bickering online and fighting online is ridiculous. Yes, there are people on both sides that have done hideously stupid things on Twitter, talking to people like they're dirt, abusing people. This just all these people are just cowards. Because you think they'd actually say that to people's faces, the things that they say. People need to sit down and talk, and get this sorted. Make comics and get them out there to the people. I don't know what the solutions are, but I know that the solutions don't come from butting your heads together. However, the way that I view things have changed slightly. I mean, the abuse that Peter Simeti got was outrageous. But again, all it was abuse. But to call the bloody police on him, a SWAT team, or it's called swatting, I think, in America, to call the police on the man and have them turn up with guns. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't. It's just, you're letting this creep into people's lives. This seems to be very much an American-centric issue. You've got people screaming Trump and anti-Trump, and it's bled into the comics, and that's just. I mean, there's no doubt about it that the creative industries are left-leaning. But I've never noticed it up to now from a professional perspective. I've always just got on and just done my work, and you just stay out of political. You don't talk about politics and religion. As simple as that. You just don't. But people should be able to get along no matter what their views. That's the whole point of diversity and inclusion. Okay, people with extreme views, yeah. But the problem is that people with any views that don't agree with the views that you have are suddenly extremists. Utterly ridiculous. Throw in the term Nazi around when I would imagine 99% of the people who use the term now have never actually met a Nazi and have no idea about what they did or what they're capable of. People need to read some history. There's not enough of that going on. Anyway, I needed to comment on this. Peter Simeti has my full support. I'm not saying I'm comicsgate, and I'm not saying I'm anti-comicsgate. I'm independent. I have my own mind, and I say the things that I feel, and I will support people who are decent and honest and hard-working, no matter what their opinions, as long as they aren't real Nazis, for Christ's sake. But the point is that what was done to Peter Simeti was out of order, was despicable. He has my full support. I know it probably doesn't make a lot of difference to him. He hardly knows who I am, but people need to voice their support for things like this. They need to say, no, this is not acceptable. If you have a different opinion, fine, discuss it, argue it out. But this is no way to go around doing it. And shouting at each other on Twitter, pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, I've ranted now. Hopefully you've enjoyed the on-screen entertainment while I've been ranting, and that you like the inking. I'm a bit rattled, to be honest, because this is just a terrible thing to have happened. But anyway, support for Peter Simeti, support with people being honest and decent and having discussions about their disputes and about their differing opinions. Let's get out there, let's make comics, okay? Let's be decent to each other. More compassion, less anger. And that's all for now. Like I say, I'm going to start commenting more and more on this kind of stuff, because you can't stay quiet forever. I don't want to pick a side, because I don't believe that's going to help, but I will be vocal about my opinions. So that's it for now. Hopefully you enjoy the content. You don't mind me rambling on about my opinions. You like the artwork that's going on. Please like, share, subscribe. That's the most important thing. If you can hit that button, subscribe. And I'm going to go and do some work, and I'm going to go training again tonight to get this out. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the dojo real soon. Thanks for watching Comic Book Black Belt. If you've enjoyed the content from this video, please like, share or subscribe and come over and follow me on Twitter. It's been great having you in the dojo. See you again soon.